of markets at lunch. Earnings season, and always an important trigger for the markets or fund managers. This is how the time you decide on whether your portfolio is paying the dividends that you had expected it to. What do you make of the earnings season so far?
So I think it's a little early, to take a call on the earnings season. A lot of numbers for a lot of the large companies are yet to come out. Broadly, I think at least the investors are expecting to see some bit of slowdown in the asset quality, a negative on the corporate banks, and if that turns out to be true, because a lot of investors have taken positions in this sector particularly. So I think the asset quality trend will be something that we are keenly watching, and I think that's where I think much of the delta on the Nifty earnings is being expected over the next 1 year. So I think this will be interesting to watch.
Hi, Karunya as well joining in from the Mumbai studios. What are you how are you dealing with the volatility in the market? Yesterday we were putting all eyes on the 11,000 mark, and today we are sub 10,900 level. So on a daily basis we're looking at a very divergent move. So how are you reading into a market like this? What is your strategy to deal with so much volatility?
See, we are quite clear that heading into the election season, Indian markets are going to be very, very volatile. For certain sectors where earnings growth is quite good, valuations are already at a they are at a premium. And where sectors valuations are cheaper, there are certain clouds. And heading into the election season, the capex cycle slows down. People are generally taking views on how the consumption pattern is going to be. That being said, we are very clear that this volatile period will allow a lot of investors to make strategic decisions for the next 1.5 years. This is a very good opportunity to hold on and get into sectors that you have always wanted to hold secularly, and we'll get opportunities there. So I think that's what at least investors are watching for.
I was going to ask you to hang on. Look what's happening with Shree Cement, Karunya. Profit after tax at 300 crores versus our projection of 210 crore rupees, and 90 crore rupees more than what we had thought. And the stock market rewarding the Shree Cement stock at the moment is trying to break into the green. Maybe it'll do that. Right now it's up by about 0.75%. So you said early season, early signs right now, or too early right now to talk about earnings. But tell me how fund managers like yourselves are navigating the kind of volatility that we are seeing. Just look at today's only Tuesday. Look what happened on Monday. Look what's happening today. How are you safeguarding your investments?
I think, most of our investors have a longer term view than daily volatility. I think they do understand that markets have cycles, and very, very clearly it is going to be volatile over the next 3-4 months. There needs to be some clarity on where your inflation is headed, how is growth going to come back. And I think investors will look for, both local investors and global investors will look for direction in policy that is being set for the next 5 years. I think more longer strategic bets will be taken on the markets, I think nearer to the election or post the election. That being said, the only way you can compound an investor wealth is by taking a 2-year, 3-year kind of view and see how cash flows are going to pan out for these companies, and is there an intrinsic value where it makes sense. I think that's where from our strategic standpoint we are looking at. It's great to be more top down and then looking at sectors where you think more delta is going to be made on the per capita income, because India's per capita income is going to go up whoever comes into power, and what are the sectors which will benefit the most from this secular trend. And that's where most of the money will get allocated to.
Okay, great, Sonam. Great chatting with you and getting some perspective on how to tackle a market that's as volatile as this one. Thanks much for coming on board. Moving right